Hello, this is Kale speaking, and this is Black Men Being Brutally Honest, coming to you this Wednesday afternoon. How y'all doing out there today? I'll tell you anyway. I don't know. I saw the title of this other YouTube video, and I began to ask myself a couple questions, which brought me to making this little broadcast right here. And it's like I often see little things, talking about redefining black male masculinity or defining black male masculinity, and I don't know it needs to be redefined for whatever reason, because it's like true masculinity. It takes just a little common sense, and hopefully I can break down and explain how those two correlate, masculinity and common sense. First of all, if you and this is a highly debatable thing that has been as of late. Um, you know, Masculinity is not us. Of course, aren't raised with it, and some of us have some things that happen to us. They may affect our masculinity, but if you naturally are masculine, why do you need to define it or redefine it? I mean, like, I know they had this little thing called toxic masculinity, but to me, that's a bunch of corny garbage right there. That was just something that was just brought up by somebody because I guess they didn't feel man enough, or people who weren't men that want to sit here and compete with men. And I think y'all know who I'm talking about. I mean, because that's a diatribe pushed by feminists. And I don't agree. If you black and you're a feminist, I gotta ask you what's wrong with you. Seriously, I mean, so I mean, and I watch various panels on black YouTube with black YouTubers, and it's no knock to them. It's no knock to them at all. But I can also tell you what I observed on those panels. I see a bunch of men laying down. I mean, it's like, to me, it's like, it's words. That's all it is. It's words. I mean, if somebody's wrong and they're a full-grown adult, does it matter if they're a man or a woman? I know I see like a lot of complaints about what black men are saying about these women online, and a lot of it does come from a hurt place. But see, the thing is, though, you say that these guys are hurt and it comes from a hurt place just because you want them to shut up. That somehow that makes him into a bitch if he lets hurt affect him. And you can be hurt by just basically anything. You can be hurt by the death of a family member. You could be hurt by what somebody did to you as a child. And I do understand. It's like, oh, they come online and they take it out on us, what happened in their lives. Oh my gosh. But then you know what? That kind of talk is always followed up by some BS. And I really hope I'm not borging out too much, because it's like I listened to the broadcast the other night. I borged out in some words. But anyway, it's just all funny to me that it's like now you're pushing this narrative like men should just suffer in silence altogether and have nothing to say to you, even if you are wrong. If you are a woman, if you are a man, you're supposed to be correcting other men and attacking other men. And it's like, if you listen to some of these same guys you complain about, hell, they have attacked men quite often. And I wouldn't say attack men is basically saying that, okay, we try to participate in conversations, telling, like, I don't know, several times I've said online, and this is come with a lot of pushback. That maybe if you are a man and you go to a club in 2019, that you should not buy a drink for a young lady. You don't know what's going to happen. At least for a young lady, you don't know. Let her buy her own drink. Because, I mean, due to recent events, and, you know, I could kind of reference to Jasmine Island too, it's pretty safe for you, you know, to keep yourself at least out of trouble, unless you have malicious intent. If you have malicious intent, then yeah, you deserve to go to jail. You deserve you deserve charges being pressed on you. But it's just like, if I say something like that, if I say, look, young man, anything and everything is happening right now. Let her buy her own drinks. Because, you know, it's like young ladies that push this message, like, and then it's just like, okay, well, that's fine. Well, here's some things that I'm going to do for you, and versus some things that I'm not going to do for you. If you want to go out there and get a dance, you know, I'm going to raise both hands up in the air so people can see where my hands are. And then I might shake from side to side. But if you ain't got no panties on, I got to step the fuck off the dance floor. But, you know, let me let me circle back to what I was saying in the first place. It's like, if I give advice to young men and, you know, it doesn't coincide or correlate with shaming, that often gets pushed back too by some men and a lot of young ladies. And I'm sorry, but, you know, as a black man, if you want me to sit there and give advice to other black men, or to I don't know, I guess what y'all want to see is shaming and bloodlust. But that's what I'm gonna do. I'm going to give them a best interest and protection of the females and the women that surround them. Now, as far as people who really do that devious shit, we do see many examples of people being punished. So in some ways the system works. In other ways they don't. But anyway, I don't feel like that. Whatever the case may be, whatever gender is, you know, on whatever panel, whatever gender is watching my material, I don't think I should just say things just to appease people. Say things just to be into the monolithic agreement that I feel like is a problem in our black community. So whether you're a male or a female, but let me just go ahead and just say the female, because it's like, when I saw that video entitled, "Oh, redefining black male masculinity, don't argue with women." It's like, it was titled something like that. I was like, well, okay. I mean, it's not arguing that I do in particular. It's just that if you have a talking point and you just so happen to be a female, or if you just so happen to be a black woman, let's just come out and say it. And I debunk it completely. You can say whatever the hell you want to after that. You can say I'm deflecting. You can keep trying to change my mind. And then what happens 9 times out of 10 is you end up arguing with me, which is you arguing with me. You may get one of those donkey floppers that's on your post and say that I'm arguing with you. But then it's like, okay, you're saying I'm arguing with women. Now I'm going to start with you. What exactly is your point? Men back out almost like 98% of the time when you turn your little debate on them. But see, here's the thing. They don't care about that. And they, as in the people who are trying to define masculinity for you or redefine masculinity, which I think is ridiculous. Because why is it always redefining masculinity when it comes to the black community? Like what's the castration attempt for? I mean, that's what I'm saying. Not that I want to come to social media platforms like YouTube and Facebook just to sit up there and argue with females. Black women need to do this. Oh my God, black women need to do that. Let me tell you something. If you have a child and you're not doing things that are in the best interest of your child, male or female, you are a bastard. Period. I don't care who you are. I don't care what sex organ you got attached to you. If you can't sit there and at least do the basics of what's in the best interest of your child, and I don't want to fucking hear it. If you are male or female. But, I can't give you a pass because you're a female. I know there are certain situations that, they just can't be helped. And we all understand that. And you know what? That pretty much goes for the guys too. So just think about that for a second. Why am I sparing somebody just because of what gender they are or what sexual orientation they are? Hell, and if you really look at the things I say, I do not spare the guys. No, I don't. It's just that some people just don't like to be debated and argued with. Yeah, we have this thing within the network of the habitual line steppers. We're trying to get away from ad hominem attacks. I mean, there's gonna come them times where you're gonna have to do it. But outside of that, it's just like this. You got to debate with tangible facts. I hate to say stuff off the top of my head without presenting some proof because, that makes me look stupid. And it makes me look like I'm lying. Because every time you bring up a fact and they don't believe it, they want to say you're lying or they just want to say you're trying to argue with them. And you can imply as to who they is all you want. I'm just saying, it's like this whole acting like black men don't have a place in the conversation. That has to stop. That has to stop. Like that's whiny doctrine. That's whiny diatribe to sit up there and try to run to the other side saying that, oh, he's arguing with me. Oh, he's not masculine. It's becoming like the dumbest shit ever here, And as candid as a person as I am, I'm pretty much telling y'all the truth. I mean, yeah, it's like you don't have to be childish to get through like a YouTube broadcast. You don't. And like I said, male or female. The only people that I will give like the no arguing pass to is children. I'm not gonna argue with a child because I feel like this. I'm an adult. it's like, but if you're an adult, man or woman, I'm sorry. Because most of you guys be trying to get just some cheap validation anyway. It's like you want to sit here and fight a guy over what's right. Just to pacify these females, or to cover for black, like you know how that is. Like it's like those people that say that, why are you showing all the negative stuff about black people? It's like, well, I mean, me not showing it doesn't mean it doesn't happen. I mean, I don't post world star hip hop videos or push this stuff like, I don't do the queen post that most people do on social media, where they'll show some young black girls fighting, clawing each other eyes out in front of their children, and there's stuff wrong with that too. There's stuff very, very wrong with that. But here's one thing that I'm gonna never ever need. I am never gonna need a woman to measure my manhood. I mean, of course, it feels good to be validated as a man by women. And, I think everybody feels good having that little ego boost. Oh, he's a real man. But see, that's a kind of like you're not having sex with that person. That's still that kind of validation because, it's like, I ain't gonna lie, I like going to the streets, and, a woman looking at me, oh, that's a manly man right there. Oh, my God. Gosh, we love hearing that stuff. But see, the thing is, though, a lot of you guys like hearing that online. A lot of you guys like hearing that on Facebook. A lot of you guys like hearing that on YouTube. And a lot of the ways you hear it is through agreeing with these old jaded, wayward females. Now, here goes here goes the usual disclaimer you got to use. Not all, not all, not all. Because it's like every time you say something about what some other woman did around a bunch of females online, one of those women are going to come out, well, I don't do this, I don't do that. So basically, what you're saying, you want me to use you as an example for all females. That's what you're saying. But, this is the kind of stuff that we deal with online. What I'm saying is, in a debate, just words. I don't like, except for an order that is given by like a mob boss or a military somebody in charge in the military, like a captain or a general or something, giving an execution order or something like that. Words don't kill you. Words don't hurt you. What's happening is this society is being taught to be soft across the board. And a lot of us are falling prey and victim to that. So simple conversations become arguments, become e-beefs. Y'all know about them e-beefs. There's a lot of them floating around these days, especially on YouTube. Because the darker side of YouTube, I haven't really seen it yet or participated in. I have other panels, but never really got involved. But I can tell you, there are some dirty places. They're like a piss-smelling alley in Detroit, Michigan, and that's no offense to anybody from Detroit. So, I mean, but I've been to Detroit before. You walk in the alley, yes, it smells like urine. So, I don't know. It's like, so the question is, guys, it's like, you need a woman to call you an alpha male. Is there even a such thing as an alpha male? Because, y'all got that word floating around quite a bit lately. It's like, what exactly is an alpha male? Okay, and I have another question. What if someone that you consider an alpha male goes out there and gets his ass kicked by somebody you consider a lame, which happens quite often? It used to happen a lot in 80s films. The lame at the end. And then he looks down, the best looking girl in the school. Yeah, he pie faces her and goes to the nerdy girl that liked him the whole film. And then she turns around and calls him, oh my God, you're an alpha male. And then his whole life is just come through fruition with that. But some of y'all are a trip. But for me, no, I don't need a. When I talk to a woman, I don't feel like that. It's going to be a conversation that is filled in logic and fact. Yeah, it's you say something she disagrees with, it's going to be an emotional conversation. Even if everything that you make sense, even everything that you say makes sense, it won't matter to them if they disagree with it. So, do you really honestly need a woman to call you an alpha male? No. And watch who y'all trust with read. I don't take none of that shit seriously. I don't even take the news serious sometimes. I.e. Gillette commercials. I tell you what makes you a man. The ability to sustain in a world like this. And take accountability for whatever decisions that you make. Not some validation online or some jackass telling you, oh, you're not masculine if you argue with people based. Well, y'all are some crazy ones out here, man. Yeah, I mean, you seriously are. I mean, oh no, maybe I'm the crazy one. Who knows? But how's y'all doing out there? How is y'all doing out there today on this Wednesday? Guess what day it is? Oh boy, I tell you the truth. Well, what's in the news Well, what's in the news? In killing children? Because that shit is despicable. Like, what in the fuck is wrong with everybody? Yeah, shout out to Raining Woman. Please go subscribe and this channel right here. Yeah, we decided that we're three men that decided that it's better to work as a team and than to work separately and apart just to see who could be the bigger guy. Have demeasuring contests. We don't do that because then that's kind of suspect right there anyway. I mean, like, we've had people that come and try to say that, try to lead us. Yeah, a man that stands above any of us. But anyway, it's about working as a team. It's not about seeking validation. I mean, of any kind. Cause see, I used to not understand why men would brag about their sexual escapades to other men. I never understood that. I mean, it's like, yeah, I came up in a time where every time I talk to a guy like that, then he'll be like, man, you just mad because you ain't splacking them hoes like that, like I am. And I'm sitting up there like, dude, I don't need to tell you everything. I'm not trying to impress another grown man. But, that's what we do. We often find ourselves in an unnecessary demeasuring contest. And speaking of D's, our community right here. Why is it that, one of the tippy top issues in the black community is dick policing? Now, I know there's some woman that's like, oh, we need to talk about pussy police. No, you go on your female network and talk about that. Yeah, this is my broadcast. So we're going to talk about dick policing. Is this like, okay, if you do something for the black community, why is it the first thing that everybody wants to check out is who you married to or who you banging? It's like you get a knock at the door. Who is it? There it is. Oh, who you got in your bed? Oh, you got your bed? Oh, come with us, sir. I mean, I don't care. Like, I mean, it's like I said, if you okay, it's like this. I understand the women that say you can date whoever you want as long as you don't sit up there and poop all over black women. And I do understand that, believe me. But like let's just be honest with ourselves. A lot of those cases, y'all just picking at guys. Picking at people. And even some of these guys don't ever say nothing about black women. Ever. They don't ever say nothing about y'all. They don't ever say nothing about my Nubian queens. My beautiful black women. They don't never say nothing about it. But yet still they catch flack. Just say your ego's busted. Before you call them, before you call them folks on them. You know who folks are? These guys right here. And you know what, though? I know this picture looks a little silly, but the argument is silly, too. And I mean, like, even if black women, even if black women, even if black women say something like, "Well, why don't you talk about the," and I'm saying P right now because I got a little person in the room right now. People listening, like I said, make your own broadcast about it, and then present all your evidence and facts as to why you feel like that is a bigger problem than dick policing. Yeah, but then y'all be questioning masculinity and alpha maleism on this too, because they feel like, oh, if you go to a Becky, that means that you did blah blah blah. And I'm not married to a Becky. I'm not dating a Becky. So, but it's like this: you guys put this at the top of the list on blackness, at the top of the list, or just say, what the problem is. A guy like Roberts, because none of that went to black girls, or maybe some of it did. You never know. What about the mothers that help pay for those guys' colleges? What about the mothers that help pay for the guys' colleges? Like, come on, That's relief on them too. Black people won. Black people won. But you know what? Like I said, it doesn't matter if black people won. It only matters who black people sleep with. Get the fuck out of here with that. But okay. Here's the thing that I'm gonna say about the habitual line steppers. We're here. We're here to stay. Now, if you are a part of any other YouTube platform circles and you're doing good, and then that is awesome. I'm happy for you, especially if you black, because you're showing everybody else how to be successful. Yes, you are. But don't try to deny that success to anyone else. Don't do that. Don't be this guy. A blacklist. I didn't even know there was such thing as a blacklist or a blackball on black YouTube. I guess that means that you send emails to everybody that has a Gmail account and say, "Hey, no way is you gonna ever stop me like that." Because I guarantee you, if things were the other way around, I'd be like, "Hey, give your boy props. I'm not a hater." But it's too many of y'all haters around here. And guess what? There's them haters too that feel like that they have to go through a woman just and agree with everything that woman says just so that woman can say, "Oh, he's an alpha. He's an alpha male. That's what we need in our community. If you ran for president," niggas make me sick trying to stand above other niggas. Stop that crap. Stop it. Yeah, I'm a little alpha male. I need to be called an alpha before I can say anything. Yeah, I'm sorry. I don't have my mouth for a little bit, but you know what I'm saying. Shout out to Black YouTube and its many subdivisions, and we're gonna be big one day. Because I'm not gonna ask any of you to open the door for me. I'm gonna kick that motherfucker down. In all seriousness. But if you're a guy, if you're a black man that likes to be brutally honest, ask yourself this and be brutally honest with yourself. Do you need a woman to call you an alpha male? Do you need a woman to validate that for you? Especially one of these online sack chasers? Do you need that from them? And the answer for me will always going to be, I don't think it's an honor. I don't think it's a privilege to be called an alpha male by a female. I walk around with my head held high with confidence in myself, and I'll stand by everything and anything that I say. Period. So at the end of the day, I don't feel like that male, and you don't say words like that, okay? Yeah, see? See? Like, what kind of father are you? You're cursing. It's better. Shut up. This is so anyway. So anyway, I want you to, I want you to go through life making sense. Just make some sense. Make common sense. Make dollars and cents. Whatever sense you can. Now I gotta go play daddy for a second. The little girl needs me. All right, this is Kev, and as I always say, but I gotta give you a warning. This message isn't for everyone. So take care. Have a good day. And look, if you date interracially, look for the dick police. All right, and Kev, we trust. Oh, you a corn. Let everybody know, and suckers be warned, that this is the outcome when you mess with Bullhorn. Oh, you's a corn-fed fool with a lot of muscle mass. But it's time. So